Hey there everyone, so I just wanted to give a quick update on everything that's going on with Derecho. We got home on Saturday night and obviously it was late, so we went to bed. And on Sunday we had church in a big tent and it was such an amazing service. It was such a great experience having two churches come together. We had way more people than we were anticipating for a natural disaster happening just less than a week before. But the rest of the day was pretty rough. It was really hot. I did not sleep good at all. It was 82 degrees in the house when we were trying to go to bed, and so I was basically in tears, and it was tough. We wake up on Monday and I'm exhausted and sweaty and yucky, and Eloise and I all day Monday were just at each other. She was whining and crying and grouchy all day long. I wasn't in the best of moods at all on Monday. And so we were just going back and forth. And everything kind of hit a peak in the afternoon. It was, again, 82 degrees in the house, and I couldn't handle it anymore. And so I had a huge meltdown. I'm 35 weeks pregnant and miserable. And Jesse made a comment and he said, well, do you want to stay at a friend's house? And I just burst into tears. I was like, yes! So a couple minutes later I got a phone call from one of our friends and he was like, hey, so I heard that you guys might be interested in spending the night. And again, I just lost it. I was just crying. I was like, yes, that would be amazing. And he was like, okay, well, when do you want to come? And I wish that I could say that I was a smart aleck at that moment and said yesterday, but I was too overwhelmed to think that way. So I just said yes. I said, how about we come about dinner time, because we can't even cook a real meal. And so we went over there. And I was planning on cooking, but they ended up feeding us, and we just were able to spend the evening in air conditioning, spent the night, and it was awesome. Not like sleeping in your own bed, but it was cool, and we weren't sweaty and yucky. So that was wonderful. On Tuesday, we woke up, and I was able to make a great breakfast, bacon and eggs on a bagel, and it was wonderful. And we ate there, got cleaned up. I was able to do some laundry over at their house, which was a huge blessing. And then we went home. Jesse got to work. We had to fill up the generator with more gas. Man, we have gone through so much gas. It's not even funny. It's crazy. But Tuesday, it was a much cooler day, so the house felt so much better. It was just a night and day difference between Sunday and Monday, and then Tuesday. It was in like the mid 70s, like 75, 76, which seemed way better than 82. So we were able to survive Tuesday. It was so much better. I had a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, and that went really good. We were able to hear baby boy's heartbeat, and it was a great appointment. I am now officially going to be going week by week because we are at that point. Woohoo! So we'll be doing that, and then we also had our insurance adjuster stop by on Tuesday and assess our property and tell us what was covered and what wasn't covered. And so that was really good. I feel like I'm really happy with what they said. Long story short, they're gonna cover a brand new roof for our house, a brand new roof for our garage. They're gonna redo the fence paneling for us, or pay to have that done. And then for our garage, we get obviously a brand new garage door because that completely fell apart. But then they're gonna pay to have it reframed because it was cockeyed by about 5 inches, so that's good too. And they're not sure about food or the generator because typically when it's a citywide event, they don't cover it. Whereas if it was just like an us problem, they would cover it. So we'll just kind of have to see what they can do about that. But we might not be getting any of our food that was lost covered, or the generator that we purchased. So we'll just have to see. So that brings us to Tuesday night. We were literally getting ready to walk out the door and go to a meeting that we had at 6 o'clock. And Eloise and I were loading up the car, and we walked back inside from one of our trips, and there were lights on in the kitchen. So we got electricity after 8 full days of no electricity. And go figure, it happened as we were leaving. So Jesse's like scrambling to turn the generator off and get everything plugged into the walls and wrap up the extension cords and all that fun stuff. But we are so grateful. We had AC last night, and it felt so good. So good. I was able to use a blanket for the first time in several days, and there's just something about that security for me that I really need, and so I slept so good last night. It was wonderful. So, and we have lights now. Woohoo! It has been so interesting navigating this experience with a toddler. Eloise has gotten used to not having the lights, and thank you. It's just been interesting seeing how she's processing everything. So for instance, when we go to the bathroom, she knows that we have to use a flashlight. But every time she would walk in there and go, "Lights broken, Mama?" "Yes, honey, the lights are still broken." "Try." So I would try and show her that they still weren't working. And so then she could use the flashlight. And so it was just interesting watching her process. Like, she didn't want them to be broken, but she knew that they were, and she didn't know why. And same thing with the TV. She would ask to watch a show. I'm like, "No, we can't watch a show because it's broken." "Maybe in just a minute, okay?" "Okay." So it was just interesting, but she loved taking a shower with a flashlight. She thought that was hilarious. And can you say cheese? Can you say hi, everybody?
Hi, bye.
So Eloise loved taking a shower with a flashlight, and that was just kind of funny. But it was also interesting, all of the things that we got used to. So you walk outside or even inside, and all you hear is the hum of the generators and chainsaws going off. And in the evenings, when everything finally got shut down, generators weren't running anymore, the chainsaws weren't going anymore. It almost became eerily quiet. It was very different going to sleep with no sound. We normally have white noise going in the background so that Eloise can sleep better and doesn't get distracted by any noises of the cats or the dog or the creaking of the house or anything, and we didn't have that. And so it was very different. It was also really, really dark. And I know that like sounds funny to say out loud, but there's dark where, you know, there's still street lights or, you know, little lights on people's properties that are on or whatever. And then there's this dark that we experienced, where there were no street lights, nobody's front porch lights were on at night, nobody's house lights were on, so you didn't have the glow out your windows of anybody else's homes. And so it was pitch black, and that was very different. You know, you couldn't run downstairs or run into the other room and feel around and find something that you needed because there was a little bit of a glow somewhere. It was, you walk into a room and it was pitch black and you tripped and died because you couldn't see anything. So that was just, it was something to get used to, and now we don't have to worry about it anymore because we have lights. I'm very hopeful that this experience will help us to be more grateful for the little things of having electricity, having a refrigerator and a freezer to cool our food and all of that. So I am, in this moment, definitely very grateful, and I hope that I continue to be grateful for the little things. I also wanted to say that I am so beyond thankful for all the linemen that came and have been working tirelessly on our electrical poles, and all the DOT that have come and are cleaning up the branches, and just all of the service people that have been working their butts off. We wouldn't have electricity without them. And so I saw that an article saying that there were over 1,500 linemen working on getting electricity back to all of us here in our area. And that's a lot of people working every single day. And it also said that they were working 16 to 18 hours a day. So I'm so grateful. I understand that it's their job and they're getting paid overtime and they're getting, good pay for it, but it's still hard work. And I'm so thankful, because the work is just endless, it seems at this point. But thank you to everybody that's been working so hard. We would not be in the position that we're in with electricity without you. So thank you.